everything that happens, and there's a lot to talk about near the end, of course, because that's the meat of it. I mean, on the way, I guess you could talk about kind of the montage of them, Mikey and him, finally, working out together, doing their dips shit. On the fender of the
doing their arm curls.
The arm curl, the one arm.
There's some good shit in this movie. Can't recommend it enough. But yeah, let's cut to like sort of the end of the movie. At this point, we get Stallone wants to see his son that has basically been kidnapped from him to his overbearing grandfather, and he's like, I want to see my son. And they say, get the hell out of here. Cutler doesn't want to see you. So Stallone drives his truck, Lincoln Hawk drives his truck through all of Cutler's mansions, breaks everything, drives it basically into his fucking house. And he's like, Mikey! And he gets arrested, rightfully so, honestly.
Purposely,
Yeah. And lawyers get involved, and he signs, which is pretty, this was a hardcore scene. If you think about so the way it works is, once again, Lowe's is trying to get him out of his life. He says, he has a lawyer come in and he's like, you need to sign these papers giving over full custody to Cutler. And Stallone's like, I don't want to do that. He's like, you should do it. He goes, well, I want to talk to Mike first. He goes, okay. And the kid's like, you should do it.
Yeah. You should do it.
Me. Stallone's in jail, trying to get to Las Vegas to win some money, but start his, and the kid's like, nah, you should do this, Dad. And he does it. I'll be damned.
Yeah. That's it's rough, man.
Signs it over and gets out of jail and goes on to Las Vegas.
Walks over. Well, first he sells his rig. Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, most I can give you $7,000. No, it is $7,000 because that's how much he bets.
Yeah, he bets $7,000 on himself. And he's like, so not only does he win a championship money, but
20 to 1 odds.
So what does that mean? How much would that be?
7,000 times 20 is 140,000. So it's $140,000 that he's winning for himself.
Plus the truck.
250,000 plus 100,000 for the prize money. Mm-hmm. You get 100,000 prize money, 250,000 technically for the truck, and then 140,000.
Good day for Stallone. Yeah.
Now,
here we go.
Watching this movie.
Here we go.
If only, which he would have been fine with Mikey doing. I'm sure if he would have taken Loggia. I always say LaJoya. Loggia. If he would have taken his $500,000 check, put that on him.
Damn.
Gone to him 6 hours earlier, says, yeah, I'll take your money. Gone and put that on him. Now you're looking at what? $100 million?
500,000 times 20. Yeah. That's a lot of fucking money. That's a good point. Because that's that scene where he offers him the truck, too.
Yeah. But to its credit, I mean, that's right before he fights Bull. But if he would have just done that earlier in the morning. And he
doesn't want his money.
No.
But I get it.
But using your money to make you rich, using his money to make you rich, and then
that's true.
Yeah.
Here's your $500,000 back, you dick. Yeah. We also get this is where we sort of get the main part of Terry Funk.
Yeah.
Terry Funk and Stallone go back. Stallone did a movie early on where wrestling was part of it, not Rocky III, but Lords of Flatbush or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that's the one, but he did a movie early on, and it involved Terry Funk. So Stallone and Funk know each other. Terry Funk suggested, legend has it, Hulk Hogan for Rocky III. Mm-hmm. And Terry Funk he's in Roadhouse, baby.
Yeah.
He uses his screen actors' insurance to fund his wrestling career.
Yeah.
He's this legendary wrestler. If you've never seen a Terry Funk match, I don't know which one to recommend to you first. Probably the New York Brawl between him and Ric Flair. I think it's Clash of the Champions 9. I could be wrong. Incredible match. Go watch it. He's so fun to watch. He's insane. He's part of a Dory Funk, Haas Funk. The Funk family is sort of a dynasty within wrestling. So we get... I guess at this point we're in the final tournament. Yeah,
I mean, just going off of what you said, you know, Funk's brief appearance, after he turns down the money, after Stallone turns down the money, he kind of walks away, and Funk is just like that.
Cutler's talking
to you, yeah.
Up there talking.
And then he just pushes him through the window or through the door, which is great. And then he heads down. Yeah, and then we get, the build up to this bull hawk, kind of moment.
Yeah, and I'm interested, I guess, so a lot of this is the actual footage from the tournament.
Right.
Like we said, there's some real injuries, all that stuff. Why, other than the fact that that's how it was done in the actual tournament, why do you think they do the two losses? Do you think it's like we see Stallone lose, and that should make us question Hawk's ability to?
Yeah, I think so. I think that definitely you got to put him in. You can't just let him run the gamut. I think, but this was another question to me too, and I think I backtrack, or I am going to back. I don't think I am, but I am going to backtrack because after he turns down the money, he has to go and fight his way against what's his name, Fubar.
Yeah.
Again, he has to fight him again before he can get to Bull.
Yes.
But the thing is that Bull never loses, and we only see Stallone beat him once. Like, doesn't Bull have to lose twice?
I wonder if the final match is a winner take all.
I guess it is. I guess it has.
So
to
the
winner takes it all. That's what Hagar said.
Yeah. Amen. I think they mentioned that in the actual over the top tournament.
They do, yeah. Or with the winner take all at the
end.
Well,
yeah. I think they talk about how there were so many people, and that there were always multiple tournaments going at the same time, and eventually you get down to the top two. Mm-hmm. And that top two can include someone who's lost and someone who hasn't lost.
Yeah.
But I did think that as well, but my thought was it's a winner-take-all. Winner takes it all. Yeah. Winner takes it all. So I imagine that's it. And Any big before we get to the final arm wrestling fight? Any arm wrestling matches stand out to you?
I mean, nothing that we've already talked about.
The big dislocated elbow was pretty rough.
Yeah, we always see that briefly, but you don't really get a shot of it. You just get the yeah. I just want to say that I love the looks of all the what I like. And, you see Berzink briefly in it, in his polo. But you also see the other guy. You remember the redheaded guy with the glasses and then when he's doing the flexing and he's like ripped and jacked? That dude, I want to see what that guy...
What's he doing?
Yeah, I want that guy. I want to talk to that dude.
Man. There's so many notable characters in this movie that were like gods as a kid, and one I want to bring up specifically was the Canadian jacked up beard dude.
Yeah. With the T-top kind of muscle shirt.
Who goes on to be in another movie with Stallone.
Yeah.
He is the the secondary Russian henchman that Stallone fights in Rambo 3.
Yeah. Yep.
Stallone giving people work.
Getting them work, yeah.
I could see him looking at that guy like, oh my god, is you huge.
Pretty good guy.
He's a pretty good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Stallone, I mean, I think it comes across as an arm wrestler. Like, having watched Pulling John, and that being my main experience, I think they do a good job of capturing what arm wrestling is.
Oh, and definitely, without a doubt.
And making it exciting, and certainly adding Hollywood to it, but otherwise...
Yeah. It's the perfect build-up, because if you would have put too much too soon, that last whole tournament thing and this whole spiel that it had wouldn't have meant as much.
They really just sort of trickle arm wrestling until the end when it's all arm wrestling.
And it just blows up.
Because it's like, if you watch arm wrestling for 2 hours, you're like... Right. But no, you get that little back alley thing, you get the kid, and then up to that point...
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and then the kid almost gets kidnapped.
Yeah.
He's staying with me until then! So I guess, let's go ahead and talk about the boss fight. Boss fight. What a great setup to this boss fight. It is long.
Yeah.
They never touch until the end.
Yeah.
As it should be. He tries and tries, and Stallone's like, we'll do it in Vegas. And we get to Vegas.
Yeah.
And it happens.
And that brings up another... Yeah, I think that's really good that he lost to Fubar guy and not like at the truck stop or before to Bull or anything like that. Because I think that would have been just giving away the whole mystique. We would have seen like this huge guy against Stallone, who's a big guy in his own right, but just weight class difference.
Right.
But it's just, I think seeing that first at the tournament for the final fight is perfect too.
And they talk about in one of the articles I read that the final table is currently owned by a collector of some sort. I forgot his name, but he is selling it for $30,000.
Really?
Yep. It's a plexiglass table made specifically for the final fight to make it more catchy.
Yeah.
The final tournament table and the actual over-the-top tournament was not a plexiglass table.
I say we take some of that progressive money we buy that table.
I'd love to explain that to my father. Dad, trust me.
Trust me, this is a lifelong investment. Right?
I bought it for $30,000 now,
but it'll be 32 here in 10 years.
No, it's a fun fact was that the over-the-top truck in 2011 was listed on Craigslist for $22,000.
And I was going to send you something last night too. This has nothing to do with over the top, but just on random things listed. I saw a Gravitron listed on Facebook Marketplace for $22,000. $22,000.
That seems expensive.
A Carnival Gravitron.
I mean, if I had some acreage.
Yeah, if I had some acreage, that would be in my backyard. No, I think tops 8.
Yeah,
is what
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
I said, surely he'll entertain $8,000.
Yeah.
That
Cash.
Would just be the want.
Right.
Like,
right.
You'd go to if you knew it was worth 22, you'd go to a carnival or something. Like, I had this Gravitron. You'd have to get it inspected.
Yeah,
that's what my thing would be.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm going to give you I'm going to have to call an inspector.
Yeah, make sure this thing's safe for my kids.
Yeah,
I'm going to have family reunions here.
Kids. Yeah. I'm going to have to get it hauled to my property.
Right.
So the boss fight. We mentioned it earlier. He really wanted Stallone really wanted Bull to punch him in the face. So that's a real reaction. He really does hurt his shoulder pretty bad in the final thing. And that strap is a real thing.
Yeah.
If your hands come slipping slidey or you purposely do it, nope.
Yeah, and it's a what am I trying to say? It's not a form, but it's what am I trying to think? What's the word that I'm looking for? It's a
form.
It's a thought process. It's a strategy. It's a strategy used by a lot of guys. Like even Berzink will use it if he feels like immediately, because he uses it with the Russian, I believe, or somebody too.
Like
that
he gets pulled and he's like, I'm out.
Oh yeah, he pulls it. Yeah, and he's like, I'd rather go strength for strength because he'll wear himself down and I can pull him back. Yeah.
So they get the strap. Usually it's not some leather strap, but
right.
But it is a strap, and they go toe to toe. And Stallone remembers. The way they make over the top sound
is the move.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And it's more of a strategy that people will put in. In this, it's like if you do over the top first, you win automatically.
Yeah.
They don't do a lot of explaining on that. So it's like just do over the top Stallone in all of them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like he does the finger walk, so he does the roll, and then he does the roll because he brings his wrist in. And then he does that, kind of got it, and then that leverage kind of bringing him back. Yeah. So kind of where he gives the fake, bringing it back, and then pushing him down on the pad.
Momentum, and he wins.
Yeah.
He wins so much. Not only does he win the money, he wins his son respect.
Wins it. And before, I know we've already gotten the boss fight down. Can I just briefly mention, we talked about all the promos that these guys shot. How sad was Stallone's You get all these guys build up. Yeah, I'm going to tear him up. This is what I do. Spark plug the engine, and I'm just going to destroy him. Or
But that's what Berzink did.
Yeah, and then Stallone gets his, and he's just like, "This is all I got. If I don't win this truck, it's all over for me."
And I can't believe we didn't mention the most iconic scene. The switch.
The switch, yeah, that's right.
Dear God.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah,
we'll send a formal apology to everyone.
Yeah.
Just give us your address. All these arm wrestlers are being interviewed in front of the truck, the prize. I guess he's supposed to be asked in the interview, why does he turn his hat around?
Yeah.
Because when he arm wrestles, he does turn his hat backwards. Ken Griffey Jr.'s it, and he explains it, that when he does it, he feels like a truck.
Yeah. It's just a switch that it's his engine coming on, and he just starts that engine, and that's just turns into a different guy.
Feel this.
Yeah.
Like a truck.
Whereas Bull is just here. I'm here to drive trucks, break arms, and get first place. Yeah.
I got to get home to my kids too.
Yeah.
I know how they're portraying me. So he does that. He